Hello guys, so I'm just going to talk about or give a brief review about this laptop that I have in front of me, which is the Illegear Prodigy laptop. I bought it about a month ago during the 11/11 sales. I bought it because I wanted it to replace my old laptop, which is an Asus using the i7 8th generation processor. So this one was supposed to be an upgrade, and this is not the typical Illegear that you see in the website of Illegear store, but it's rather, I would say, an upgraded version because I actually opted for a bigger processor. I opted for a bigger hard disk, and I also opted for a bigger battery. So for starters, this laptop actually looks really neat. I actually really like how it looks compared to other laptops that you see in the market. According to Illegear, this is sort of like a gaming laptop, but I actually look at it as a content creation laptop. It comes with the GeForce 2060 RTX and 16GB of RAM, 1TB of SSD hard disk, and a 63Wh battery, which is an upgraded version from the 43Wh battery. So my expectation when I got this laptop was it will be great for gaming, it will be great for video processing, and it will also have a long-lasting battery of at least 6 to 8 hours. That was my expectation. So after using this laptop for 1 week, first off, I would say that I really love how it looks. It is simply beautiful because it doesn't show off too much. You only have the logo of Illegear right in front, and then that's it. At the back, everything, even when you open the laptop itself, it's technically plain. And I like this because I like things to be in a very minimalistic way. Okay, I think less is more. Aside from that, holding the laptop in my hands, it's not too thick like most of the gaming laptops. It is well built. It feels very strong. I don't feel that it's flimsy even though I hold it with one hand. So that's the great part about it. Physically, I think this laptop looks perfect. Including when you open it, I like how everything just fits. And if you do open it, the screen itself is really nice. It's very clear, and they put the VGA camera on the lower part of the screen. I'm not sure why they're doing this. I'm not sure why Illegear is doing this, but I like the fact that the screen is higher than other laptops. The single zone keyboard is also amazing, so that's a plus. Other than that, I think this laptop is just nice. The only thing I dislike is the cover seems to be sort of a smudge magnet, so every now and then you get all these smudges on the cover of the laptop. But to me, that's not a big deal. It's not like I'm buying a laptop for it to look beautiful. Okay, let's move on into performance. Performance-wise, I think the Illegear Prodigy is up there. It's really good. It's really fast. You can feel the difference. I didn't expect to have that much of difference upgrading from an i7 to another i7, 8th generation to 10th generation, but it's fast. It's fast in the way that renders of videos are completed faster. Opening websites, opening programs, everything is faster, and you can actually feel the difference when you run heavy software like video editing software. Everything moves very fast. So that's a great thing. And I think this is because of the processor and also the fact that it has 16GB of RAM and it's using SSD. Another thing is when you play games. Playing games is a whole different level with this laptop. I noticed that games actually react faster to it. It has 144Hz refresh rate, so it's awesome in that sense because games really move smoothly, and you can't complain about the clarity of the games, the clarity of the graphics. It's just there. It's really nice. So in terms of graphics, I think it's a very huge step from my previous laptop, which was using an onboard integrated Intel 250MX graphic card. The Illegear Prodigy comes with a GeForce 2060 RTX, so I think it really is a very huge step from what I'm used to. So there's no complaints there when I'm gaming or doing work. So far, the Prodigy lives up to my expectation that it's actually a very good and formidable laptop. So anyway, one thing I'd like to note is the Illegear Prodigy can actually be quite loud. When gaming, it is expected, but when doing office work, I do not expect the sound of the fans to be that loud. Unfortunately for the Illegear Prodigy, the sound is there. It's noticeable. You can hear the hiss. So if you don't mind the sound, it's okay, but for me, sometimes it can be quite annoying. But regardless, it's something that you can get used to, so I'm not too bothered with it. Okay, another thing that probably is quite huge here is how this laptop actually heats up after a while. I mean, all laptops get warm after a while, but it seems that the Illegear Prodigy does get quite hot when you use it. So far, I've not used it much on games and also on video making, but I've used it a lot for typing. So I've noticed that while it is cool when it starts, the laptop does tend to get hot, especially when gaming, so you might want to look into that. But it's not that bad. I think it's acceptable, especially when playing games. Then we have the sound. This comes with a THX sound system. I'll actually give you a sample of the sound, and I know it's not obvious, but just check it out. So if you notice, the sounds are actually much crispier, much nicer, much sharper when you use the Illegear. I'm normally not particular about sound. I'm not particular about how sound sounds like. I mean, music sounds like, but I can feel there's a difference when it comes to the Illegear Prodigy, because with THX the sound is actually a level or a step up that I'm used to. So I'm really happy with that. By the way, if you like a video, a sub will be fantastic. Next, what else? Alright, battery life. Battery life for this laptop is not great. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure because I've never bought a gaming laptop before. I've never bought a laptop with this sort of specs before. Most of the laptops I buy are either thin or light. So that actually sacrifices the fact that I need a graphic card or whatsoever. So this is the first time I actually decided to get sort of like a gaming laptop. But yeah. So the battery life is average to me. It only lasts the maximum of 4 hours. If you're lucky, you get 5 hours out of it. So in regards to the battery life, I actually made a complaint to Illegear upon receiving the laptop, because I found that it only lasted for about 2 hours. I was not happy about it. I mean, at the very least, to me, even though it's a gaming laptop, it should last at least 4 hours. But there I was, with a laptop lasting only 2 hours on battery life. And I was on all the battery saving methods, which is I reduced the screen brightness to 40%. I actually changed the power management system so that it becomes lower, and I still could only squeeze out 20%. So I contacted Illegear about this. I was not happy about it, obviously, because I wanted this to replace my old laptop, and one of the key reasons why I buy a laptop is because I want to carry it around, because I move a lot during work. So having a laptop that does not last for more than 2 hours is bad. Add to that is this actually weighs a good 1.95 or 2 kilos after I added the battery, and the upgraded battery actually gave me an expectation that it should last more than 6 hours. So because this laptop weighs around 2 kilograms, and the charging brick, which you can see here, okay, the power adapter is huge, it's as big as my hand, and it's quite heavy. This will easily make the laptop itself to be put in a bag to be around 2.3 kilograms, something like that, somewhere like that. So it's heavy compared to my Asus before, which only weighed around 1.5, 1.7 kilograms. So I know some of you will say 2+ kilo is not heavy. Well, try walking with the laptop in your backpack around the airport for hours, going around for work in your backpack for hours. You can actually feel the weight after a while. So I would actually like a feather light laptop. So the Illegear Prodigy was one of the lightest that I could find with the specs of this kind. Then again, having a laptop that weighs 2 kilograms and needing to bring the power brick because the battery does not last is not something great for me. So I made a complaint to Illegear, and they were responsive enough. I mean, when it comes to customer service after sales, it's always important to get instant feedback, instant reply from them, and Illegear did just that. So I'm pretty happy with the customer service. And while they failed to actually address the power issue, and they actually finally said that I could send back the laptop. So I'm not sure what I did, to be honest with you, I'm not sure what I did, but somehow along the way I managed to get the battery life to at least 4 hours. Because staying in Kuching and to send back the laptop to KL for them to check and all is quite a hassle. So what I did is I googled up how to check whether the battery is good or damaged, and the results came back showing that the battery was actually in perfect condition. So that means even though I send back this laptop to Illegear, they will still say the battery is good, functioning, and I'm just losing time and also money to send it back. The second thing is there are programs that I believe were running in the background, which Illegear also said the same thing. I think the technical person, Ben, was already like giving up on me because I kept saying that the battery cannot last. But he was patient enough to entertain me. So anyway, after a few hours of feedback and so on, that I did some googling. I don't know what I did. I managed to reduce the battery consumption and got 4 hours plus. So it's so having 4 hours battery life on a gaming laptop is still not okay to me, but at the end of the day, it's still better than 2 hours. So yeah, I'm not too happy about the battery life, but if you are a gamer, you're a gaming person, probably this is what you expect from a gaming laptop. Like I said, I've never used a gaming laptop before, so to me it was very bad. But because of this, I've also decided to keep my other laptop, which I initially wanted to sell, because the battery life of that is much longer. It's 8 to 10 hours, and that was on usual use. So I'm now going to have two laptops, which is the Illegear Prodigy and also my Asus. It's not that outdated, but yeah, it's easier, it's lighter for me to carry around compared to this. So this will only be carried around if I actually need to do some designing on a new place, or if I'm traveling for quite a number of days. Back to the laptop. Okay, so another good thing about this laptop is the number of ports. Okay, there are quite a few of ports. I calculated there's at least 9 ports in this laptop. I don't fancy the fact that the power inlet is actually at the back of the laptop, because I tend to lift the laptop up like this. When I do so, I'm actually quite worried that the cables that are connected to the back of the laptop might get damaged in the long run, and it might also make the USB ports become loose. I know this is probably me being paranoid, but it's a legit concern. I like the fact that it has a LAN port. It's something you don't really find in most laptops nowadays, especially the high-end ones. And I like also the fact that it has a separate speaker and microphone jack, because this allows me to connect 2 different devices at one time. Most laptops come with only one jack, and it's quite a hassle when you have a separate microphone and you have a separate speaker. Okay, let's talk about the keyboard. I've been actually eyeing the Illegear Ioniq 15 for quite some time already, and I decided to go for the Prodigy after a lot of consideration. The Ioniq is actually much cheaper, and it's also lighter, and it has a better battery life. But what made me change my mind to the Prodigy was actually this thing called a keyboard. The keyboard of both laptops are different. The Prodigy uses single zone keys, whereas the Ioniq has one set of keys. So I felt that having the keys in single zones was better, because this is what I had in the Asus. So I actually prefer a single zone keyboard, so that is why I actually opted for the Prodigy. It was nothing to do with other things, it was just the keyboard. The fact that I can actually adjust the colors to blue, green, yellow, or whatever color, I can customize the color, is only a bonus to me. It's not something that I fancy. To me, what's important is there is backlight for me to see the keys, and that's about it. Okay guys, so there you have it, my brief review of the Illegear Prodigy laptop that I have. I hope this review helps in helping you decide if you want to get this version of the laptop or not. That's entirely up to you. But for me personally, I actually feel that this is a worthy purchase. I'm not too disappointed with it. I know I complain a lot about the battery life and the weight, but since I decided to keep my other laptop, I think that's not a big deal right now. I'm very happy for gaming and also doing videos using this laptop. So that's it guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my short review. If you have any questions about the laptop, leave it in the comment section. And of course, as I said just now, if you like a video like this, do subscribe, and thank you very much. I'm Cyril, and have a nice day. Stay safe.